We're doing a complete backyard makeover at my pink Airbnb, and that includes painting a 20-foot mural, so here's a look behind the scenes. As most of you know, the name of our Airbnb is Pink Dreams Cottage, so I really wanted to play off of the word dreams and incorporate pink clouds into the design. Here's my Pinterest inspo, and after a lot of thought, this $5 sponge is how I plan to bring the clouds to life. I think it'll be the perfect finishing touch to add some gold stars using this stencil. As you can see, I have really big dreams, but zero experience painting murals, so I called in my sister for backup, even though this is her first time too. We started with a really light shade of pink to create a rough draft of where we want the clouds placed, and then we went in with a darker pink and white to create some dimension. This part was definitely the most time consuming because when we were up close working on those small details, it was hard to imagine the full picture, so we'd have to step back to look at it all together and then fill in the empty spaces. I envision this being very whimsical, so I think the best way to achieve that is to continue adding multiple shades and layers. At first I was a little skeptical about our abilities, but here's our progress so far, and I must say it's not too bad. Now it's time to paint the words Pink Dreams, and I originally considered getting a stencil made for this, but I was like, you know what, I think we can freehand this, so wish us luck. We sketched the words out with a pencil and I started painting them black and immediately realized that was a huge mistake, so of course I switched back to pink. I fear that some of you are actually going to tell me that you liked the black better, but I despised it. It just seemed so out of place to me because there are no other black accents, so in my opinion, it was too harsh for the space. You might be wondering why the words are not centered or bigger, and the answer to that is because I plan on putting a fire pit or some kind of seating area in front of the mural, and I don't want the furniture to block the writing. Now it's time to move on to adding the finishing touches, and this is always my favorite part of every project. I'm just randomly placing the stencil and using gold spray paint that I sprayed out into a pan to apply with a paintbrush. Here's a little up-close view of the hundreds of stars that are hand painted across the mural. Let us know in the comments how you think it turned out and if we should add anything else. Also, make sure you follow along because we're just getting started on this pink backyard makeover and you're not going to want to miss it.